What's up, everyone? This is the Sullivan Project Podcast. I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. Oh, shit. I almost lost it. What's up, Greg?
Not much, man. What you doing?
Trying to get the camera.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, it almost fell right off the table. I got it, too. These things are not easy to. Ugh. I got it leaning back on the remote just a little bit, so it's because the microphone is on the bottom and the top. It's weird. See, I didn't know that. And I was recording for a while with the camera sitting flat on the table, and the holes on there's a hole on the bottom and the top, so you kind of if you have it leaning back, you get more audio. That doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Because the screw part for the there's actually a tripod hole on the bottom too,
Mhm.
so you can put on a tripod. But if you do that, you're blocking the bottom mic. It's made to hold it, kind of. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. There's a tripod hole, but they want you to hold it. Like, I don't know, but yeah, this is the Sullivan Project podcast. We're gonna talk about some movies here. Uh,
Uh,
what time is it over there?
7:10.
So we'll do seven, so I can remember. If y'all haven't tuned in before, I've been blind a couple of years. I was born with an autoimmune disease, but you can check out my story, and if you want to be on the podcast, or if you have any messages for any of us, seven call in the show 724-513-1472, or you can reach us at Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube, Harold Sullivan Harold Sullivan 78 on TikTok, and Harold Sullivan period 35 on Facebook. And we appreciate you to subscribe, share, like, whatever. Just help us get it out there. Everyone has a story. You can't judge a book by its cover, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, It's been a while. A couple of weeks since you've been on, right? Maybe a month. I don't know. Time doesn't.
A couple
Couple of weeks. Yeah, time just for me.
weeks. The last one. Yeah.
I don't even know anymore what time. I just you know what I mean. Go to sleep and wake up. But
Mhm.
like I said, I just fell asleep a half hour earlier. And then even like I was listening to a book and boom, I'm gone. And I was knocked out for about a half hour. But that's good because it was a good rest. Shoot, I'll take it. But
Mhm.
so so yeah, we were talking about. So you finally saw Friday the 13th, right? 1980. You were
Uh huh.
curious because you hadn't seen, and so I did a review, Chris and I, about it, right? So
I'll be honest with you. I stopped paying attention about a half hour after we won.
yeah, a half hour into,
I
because
was
you're an
like,
adult now, right? It's way different than if you saw it when you were younger, probably.
I doubt it would have been any different.
Nah. Well, what was it? Just cheesy?
I just didn't. I couldn't find any interest in it.
Yeah. What? Nothing. So, would you like the kills and just? Well, Betsy Palmer wasn't in there until the end, kind of. Mrs. Voorhees.
Yeah, I missed it, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I looked up and it was off.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what I mean. Back in that time, nobody had ever seen anything like that, so it was, and for that kind of crowd,
Well, that's cool, you know, thing. What year was that? 1980?
yeah. So, did you
I was straight.
you thinking that's the dawn? That's the zombie era, right? With all the so that's what you had, the crazies, the zombie movies, and then you had
I
these
don't know any zombie movies from that time.
slashers. Did you like the
As
crazies?
far as horror, the only thing I could think of was like The Shining.
Oh yeah, suspenseful.
It was cool. I mean, it was like the magic and phantasm and.
Oh yeah, that Phantasm. Oh, they got me. Oof. Those were the ones scarier, like Hellraiser. They just the images and just the gore, the tall man in that ball, and the caskets, just craziness. I used to have nightmares of that when I was young. The Phantasm and the
Yeah.
Hellraiser got me, but I didn't have nightmares. I actually met that guy that played Pinhead, so
Um,
at a Comic Con, yeah.
here for Hellraiser. Oh, yeah. There was one somehow this group of friends went to this guy's daughter's death, and he had this mansion, and it's one of the newer ones.
Oh
Um,
shit. There was
it
10 with
was
the original ones, huh?
maybe I don't think it was the original.
Oh,
For
okay.
sure. But anyway, so he brings all these people in their fantasy or whatever,
Oh, I know
and
what you're talking about. Hell World, right?
what is it?
Is it Hell World?
I
Oh,
couldn't
no,
tell
it's
you.
not Hell World. That's the one online.
Can't say yes. I can't say no.
Okay.
Yeah, but then like it ends, they're all in like graves.
Yeah.
At the end, they were all the whole time they were hallucinating the stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is one of the older ones. I just don't remember which one it was. There's so many.
That one
Jeez.
was pretty good.
There was 10 original, then there was a couple. You know, Henry Cavill was actually in like the 10th one.
Was
And he was very young, yeah. And I was like, wait a minute, this is it. But it was him, and it was after I realized it was him after he was Superman. I was like, wait a minute, is that the same guy? And what? But yeah, it was him, and that's in like part 10. I think that's the one called the Hell World.
yeah.
Jesus. After part 4, I like the first 4 because the fourth one was like set in the future, so it was way after all the other ones. And they actually destroyed Pinhead and all of them. They were on like a space station, and the whole space station was built like the puzzle box. So it was set up to like a gate, like a gateway to send them back to hell. So it was cool. Uh, After that,
I
they just
no, I
kept.
didn't see that.
Yeah, that one's a good one. What the hell was that one called? Jesus, I can't remember. It's part 4 though. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze here. Ah, Jesus.
Stop it. Uh,
Jeez.
watch it.
Wow. Oh my God. But Hellraiser, Bloodlines. It was called Bloodlines. That's right. Because the guy who created the box was the guy, it was his bloodline who was taking them out in the future. So it was kind of like the generations, and it showed the guy who
Yeah,
created the original puzzle
yeah.
box. It was pretty neat. But yeah. So what? Let's see here. I haven't checked out anything new this week though. There are some stuff on TV. Like right now, Creed 3. I don't know if you did that, but it's free if you have two. Fubu, whatever, the Rocky movie, and then that Prey, the new Predator movie's on, but I don't have that channel.
One against the Indians.
Yeah,
What channel is that?
I don't know, but it's an internet channel, so you might be able to get it. But if you do, check it out. Let me know. It's free right
Yeah, I
now.
know. I really want to see
That's
that
one
one.
I've been wanting to. Yeah, and I know Indiana Jones just came out, but it's not free. And that Ninja Turtles animated thing, but so what? So some of your favorite movies. I know we have in common Blues Brothers, right? That's one of your favorites.
Oh yeah, that's a great
So
fucking movie.
yeah,
Blues
because
Brothers.
when you started talking about it after I lost my sight, and then I went back and re-listened to it slash watched it or
Oh,
whatever again. I was like, wow. So I put that on one.
awesome, great music.
Yeah, I put
I
it on
have
one of
that.
my top
I have
movies.
that soundtrack. It's probably I've had it for almost 30 years.
Jesus.
I
Yes.
still do it all the time.
I should try to find. I bet you I have it on YouTube. The soundtrack. I could get it. Yeah, because I put that in my top favorite movies of all time after you reminded me about that again because of the soundtrack and the acting. Because
Yeah,
if for a good, for me, for it to be good, it has to have everything too. It has to have good music too, soundtrack. It can't be boring, and just so that
yeah,
fits everything. And everybody can
yeah.
watch that movie,
Everything's Pulp Fiction.
you know. Yeah, see that's a good one too. That's a good classic. See, that's not
Awesome story, great soundtrack.
John Travolta. Uh,
Yeah,
that's
that revived, that saved his career, I think.
um,
That introduced us to Samuel L.
Samuel
Jackson.
L. Okay, yeah. I've only
You know,
maybe seen that once or
he did a few things before that, but
yeah.
that was his time to
Jurassic
shine.
Park, right? Remember he was in Jurassic Park, Samuel L. Jackson?
I don't know, man.
For like 2 seconds, yeah, he,
Um, I watched Jurassic Park with my kids, you know.
yeah, yeah, he
And
was in there.
it was alright. I mean, it was good, you know.
The first one.
Great special effects. Um,
So we got Pulp Fiction.
uh,
That's one of your favorite movies of all time. What else?
let's see. The Marx Brothers Duck Soup. Funniest movie ever.
Wait, you
That's
mean
one.
what is the Marx Brothers? You mean like an old movie, like like old day
Yeah,
comedy?
Groucho, Harpo,
Oh,
Chico, Zeppo.
okay, yeah,
Oh, Groucho Marx is, right?
yeah, like the Three Stooges that era. Yeah,
Yeah, way funnier.
yeah,
They just are alright. I don't really get into them. Marx
yeah.
because it's just one liner after one
Same,
liner.
yeah.
But,
That's why they were little shorts, though, 5, 10 minutes. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
can't do
Okay,
nothing.
so I'm gonna say I don't know if it's I'm gonna say it's the greatest movie of all time, but this probably movie's one of them ones that I've watched more.
Marx Brothers.
The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, yeah. The second one, right?
Yeah, it was the second at the house with 1,000 corpses.
Yeah,
The movie was great.
Rob Zombie.
That's one of one of the most underrated movies of all time.
Yeah,
I
I,
mean, they have one-liners in there, good '70s soundtracks for it. I don't know,
Devil's Rejects.
because I never really liked slasher movies or anything like that.
Nah,
That movie was unique, different, good.
it's more like
That's the best movie he ever done so far.
it's more like Texas Chainsaw Massacre as far as the psychological torture stuff. Ooh, you know what I mean?
I think it's better. I mean, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
The
is
first
just
one.
he seeing Leatherface, cut people up and stuff, and that's the whole damn movie.
You know?
Where the Devil Rejects, you have great one-liners,
Yeah,
uh, you know,
Devil's Rejects.
it just from everything,
Okay.
Tutti
Yeah,
Fruity to I don't know.
that's Tutti Frutti.
Uh,
Yeah, I like it.
Shit, Egg Blossom, so is
Sid
what's his
Haig.
name, Bill
Bill Mosley, not Bill Mosley.
Bill Mosley, yeah,
Bill
he's
Mosley.
awesome. Sherry's great, and then
William Forsythe. Was William
great.
Forsythe? Yeah, he's a sheriff, right?
Yeah, William Forsythe was awesome. He
Yeah.
played that role.
I met William Forsythe and Bill Mosley at a convention because they were in
Yeah,
Halloween. They were both in the Halloween.
I
So.
think he had an action figure
Oh yeah.
with it was signed by Bill Mosley. Was it Choctaw or
Yeah, I had
whatever?
that. Yeah, remember I had that. Yeah, I had one. I had to see Haig too, but I never met him. But I had one that I got online.
Yeah. I
Uh,
had one from Devil's Rejects,
Sid
and
Haig.
I wanted that one you had in the clown outfit.
Yeah, those are hard to get on. Any clown stuff, people love that kind of. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
love all that. I had the guy who played Leatherface. I had both brothers too, the hitchhiker, because I met the one hitchhiker and I met Bill Mosley. And he,
Oh yeah,
what did he say? Lick my plate, you dog dick.
yeah,
That's what he said. He wrote it on the. He signed it in Sharpie too on the. And that's what he
yeah.
when I went up to him at the table. That's when he got up off the chair and he turned the voice, like changed his voice. He's like, "Lick my plate, you dog dick." And I was like, "What the heck?" I thought he's gonna come at me like the real guy in the movie. And he was real cool, but he's hyper. Yeah, he's got that energy. He's and for an older guy too. He's
Yeah.
he got that job.
He's been around for a long time,
You
man.
know how he got that job? He was actually uh, he was impersonating the first leather or the first hitchhiker in like a fan film on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What's the hitchhiker? I don't know what you're talking about.
In the guy in the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the brother, the one that cuts, like the one they pick up, they call him the hitchhiker because he doesn't have a name, but he's the one that they pick up.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I've
uh,
seen it. And like I said,
yeah. But you know how
it's
he's
alright. understand when it came out, it was nothing. It was nothing like that movie.
In the '70s, yeah, that guy was creepy. He picks him up and cuts him. So,
In
you
the
know,
wheelchair
he
stuff,
marks.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy Franklin. That's sad. But I like that because I identified with that because what other, except for in the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, there's a kid in a wheelchair, and then Freddy
Uh,
gets him. That makes you afraid of the wheelchair. But what other movies is there handicapped people? In Texas Chainsaw, they took out the the guy in the wheelchair. They didn't he flip him over or something? He fell out. Yeah, he was trying to. He tried to.
well, that's a whole insight in that movie that nobody else can give but you.
Yeah, he fell out of the wheelchair. He tried to get away, and Franklin. Yeah, but they don't do that. That's what I tell people. You don't put handicapped people in a movie, and if they do, they're not really handicapped. They're actors, and they just stick them in the wheelchair. But
Hey, what was bugging me? I saw last couple times. Like I was looking to see your, different podcasts.
oh, okay.
There were everything on YouTube because that's where I go.
Yeah, yeah.
There was freaks. It was all about freaks
Where?
on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe you should take offense to that. I don't know.
What on my stuff?
Yeah, you go on YouTube.
Yeah.
But then you scroll down and be a couple more yours, and then there's other stuff.
Oh, are you saying that they have me put in the category or something?
Yeah, like a freak. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's
Like
messed
all
up. I didn't know that.
movies.
See, I can't see that because I'm blind. But
Yeah,
thanks for
right.
pointing that out. Let people know that hey, y'all get on here and let's do something about this because that's not so who decides that? You see, that's discrimination. That's discrimination in my opinion. I mean, not that I'm going to take offense to it because if somebody searches the word freak, which a lot of people do, and
Yeah.
not that it's a bad thing.
It,
Hey, it could be
it
a
was a couple times.
it
It
could be a
wasn't.
freaking leak. You know what I mean? Hey, let's go. But that's not that's social media. See, that brings an interesting fact, and I just mentioned yesterday because I got one uploaded now about how Facebook and all these things they actually listen to you, right, and through your microphone and stuff. So, say for instance, you're talking to somebody about something you're interested in, and the next day something on your feed pops up similar to that. It's like, how do they know? It's because they can actually listen to you. And it's not that you're searching and typing in, they're actually hearing your conversation. And then they put stuff on there that makes you interested. You know what I mean? So, that right there, that's another thing right there. Who decides, oh, this person's a freak, let's put it on. So when you look up freaks, you get, that's not cool. So,
Yeah, it didn't happen.
what do y'all
It
feel
happened
about that,
twice.
Let us know, right?
Yeah, it happened twice.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah,
then a couple, and then for about
like
a week, and then it popped up.
yeah, like suggested searches or similar. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like,
I'm having trouble
Oh,
hearing.
like you're looking
Can you
up,
say
I
that
don't
again?
know what.
nobody's talking to you. Freaking Alexa started talking to me. Uh, Alexa, what time is it anyway? Make yourself
The
useful.
time is 7:28 p.m.
Jesus, make yourself useful. What time did we start? 10 after. Wait,
It was 7:10.
10 after, right? Okay. Okay, so what did you say? Pulp Fiction? Devil's Rejects?
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs,
Oh, that's another kind of
Platoon,
uh,
Sixth
kind of.
Sense,
What is it?
The Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Okay, that was the other one. See, you just reminded me. I couldn't remember. See, that spirit right there just came to me. Because I couldn't remember what the Bruce Willis. Because I was thinking of Bruce Willis movies. He got numbers, right? So he has 12 monkeys, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he's got the
Yeah,
Sixth Sense. I couldn't remember that one. Then he has the Fifth Element. And then wasn't there
yeah,
one like
that's great.
24
Yeah,
24 hours or something or or 8 blocks, or he said something else, right, with a number in it. It's 8 blocks, or it's a few years ago. I can't remember, but it's like a drug movie. He said another movie where he said with numbers.
Oh, 21 blocks? Is
Yeah,
that it?
21 blocks, yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute, what kind of coincidences is these? I don't believe in coincidence. But what are the odds he got all these numbers? And isn't there like a golfing movie too? Uh, 10 part 10 or 10 rounds or
I have no idea. I wouldn't watch anything about golf. I hate
par for the
golf.
course. Well, he was a retired hitman, and he was a golf. It was Bruce Willis. 10,
Oh, the whole 9 yards.
the whole 9 yards. Yeah, see, there's another movie with 9 in it. Or with a number 9. Jesus. Look at all these movies that Bruce Willis is in with numbers in the title. I just, that dawned on me, these things. And he's retired now, right? He got cancer or something? Or
Yes. I'm not exactly sure why he's retired. Yeah.
Jesus. Uh, so we said Reservoir Dogs. What other kind of,
Oh, Silence of the Lambs is
oh,
one of the
okay, well,
best.
there we go. We got that one in common. The original Silence of the Lambs. And I like the
Yeah.
Hannibal. And you said,
Campbell was good too.
and Hannibal Rising. I liked
Yeah, that
Hannibal.
was good. Yeah.
The prequel where they went back and showed. And then that actually had the dude in it from, who was the kicker from The Replacements, that Swedish guy with the accent. He's one of the cannibals in that movie. That was pretty dark, that movie. But I wanted to see, yeah, I loved Anthony Hopkins. He was just,
Uh,
and that was based on the killer Ed Gein, just like Texas Chainsaw and Psycho. It was all the same guy, the butcher of Plainfield. Kane Hodder actually played him in the movie. The guy who played Jason in part 7, 8, 9, and 10.
uh,
So it's called Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield. And that guy actually had, yeah, he dug up his mother. He had her,
yeah.
all them
Yeah.
skin suits and stuff. They said he had lips
Yeah,
and,
he was making a woman suit.
yeah, he had
Yeah,
a
that
purses.
inspired. Well, he inspired Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill.
Jesus. Oh my God. And nobody knew? He had all this going on all these bodies.
Yeah, I think in the 1950s,
Yeah,
out, and it was out, out in the country.
yeah.
That's
But still, right next door. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Wide
That's
open. Anybody could have walked on that property at any time and discovered
that's
that,
back in the day
right?
when he's a little bit weird, but he's all right.
And
Yeah.
all the time it took him, well, all them bodies and stuff he dug up. Uh, I guess he only killed a couple people. They're saying. I don't mean only as in like, you know what I mean. Like life not important, but I guess he was digging. He was robbing graves. That's where he got a lot of stuff for the bones. He was,
Yeah, did that, and he killed
yeah,
a bunch.
and he
Well,
killed
I
some
don't know
people
about a
too.
bunch, yeah.
And had his mother's corpse and Jesus. It just makes you think though. Yeah, anytime someone could walk in while he's sewing up these lips or whatever, and he never got. He just did it like, oh, la di da, I'm making a. He's like, I'm making
Yeah,
a. Yeah,
you see that one movie or any specials, he was out like in a house out in the sticks. And
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's the 1950s.
yeah, like on a farm. Yeah,
There's no electricity.
uh,
You know,
Jesus.
kind of weird dude.
Yeah,
Well, dude.
his brother died years before that, and his mother had died. And there, it was just him. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's something. Uh,
yeah.
they need to do a good definitive movie on that one day. Uh,
Well, the one I seen was pretty good.
with the one with
It was
Kane,
low, it was a low budget.
the one with Kane Hodder in
I
it.
mean, there was no stars.
It was probably the one with Kane in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But it told the story well.
yeah, because Kane he was a good actor without that mask on. People wouldn't realize, you know,
What are you talking about?
Kane Hodder, the guy who played Jason.
He played Ed Gein.
Yeah, he played Ed Gein, and yeah,
Uh,
he played Ed Gein, and he played the BTK killer in that movie,
I didn't see that.
and he played a couple other ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like the horror icon, you know.
And the Devil's Rejects when all the sheriffs are shooting at them at the end.
Yeah,
He,
yeah.
yeah.
Is Kane Hodder in there?
yeah, he was one of the sheriffs of
Yep. Yeah, you
Michigan.
recognize him with that beard, that short beard. Yeah.
I honestly, I
He might have
after I
shaved
did,
it though for that part.
yeah.
But so yeah, we got that. What other
I don't. So on Ron Zombie,
yeah.
I like his version of Halloween.
The first one I liked. I didn't like the second one with the white horse in it. Yeah.
See, I don't like that. It was
It,
wild because he was like in his sight.
it was
You
too
know?
trippy to me, and I didn't make sense. That his mom's dead talking to him. I don't. It was more like
Well,
Jason.
that's his psychosis, and yet Elaine
Yeah,
kind of supernatural creature, so maybe he has that
that's too
power.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish he Walker would come out and say exactly what he meant.
Yeah, we don't need a background. It was. I like the first one when he's just this big beast, and he's just freaking breaking through walls, just killing. It doesn't. He's unstoppable. Even though Michael Myers was never a 7 foot, because that wrestler there was almost 7 feet tall. Tyler Maine is
Yeah,
his name. 7 feet
hell,
tall. He was at W whatever.
he was WCW or NWA. I can't
Yeah, he was
remember.
one of them. I think he may even
And he
still
never
wrestle.
really wrestled. He was like the bodyguard for some.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a
Yeah,
wrestler.
yeah, he was in wrestling. I'm sure he had
He took the
advanced.
credit, but he never really. Yeah, because when I heard he was with Michael Myers, I was like, what? Speaking of that, yeah.
Yeah,
If you
he
can
was
find on.
Otis.
Huh?
He was he was Otis for that brief moment in Devil's Rejects.
Oh, okay. So that was him? Okay, because I remember that guy. Yeah, because I know
Yeah,
he always had the same people in his movies, Rob Zombie. Speaking of Halloween, yeah, I was going to say if you could, next time you're online, search on Halloween Returns because they're actually, they said they were done and now they're saying the original owners got the rights back and they're going to do another Halloween already. No more,
I
no more Jamie Lee Curtis though.
uh,
No more
I
Jamie Lee
watched the
Curtis though.
last
Oh,
couple. What's that?
I said no more Jamie Lee Curtis though. It's gonna be a new.
I watched the last couple. They're
Yeah,
alright.
I couldn't even figure out the third one even, and I had the audio book too, and I still couldn't figure it out. I'm like, is this Michael Myers? Is it not Michael Myers? Who's killing who? What doesn't make sense? Is he dead? Is he not? Is it Jamie Lee
Yeah,
Curtis's killer now? I don't know.
yeah.
None of that makes sense to me. Uh, so, but it's going back to the original owners from like the '80s. So, uh, it's the grandson now, I think, because the original guy passed away, Mustafa Khan. God rest his soul. Without him, we would have never had Halloween.
Halloween.
You know,
It was alright.
that's like my favorite, and that's probably
Yeah,
Chris's.
I
One of
don't see
his.
how he spawned
Oh, the
a
movies
franchise.
after that.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
it's
it
the
had, uh,
the boogeyman.
that one
You
scene
know.
where he appears in the closet, that was creepy. That gave me chills. I was pretty young when I saw that.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, and he's in the
Yeah.
closet.
Well,
They
that's the
used
best one. Yeah, when she sticks him in the eye with the
that.
thingy. Yeah, I'll talk about aim, right? That girl straightens out that freaking. That's what I mean. She's not gonna be the victim. You know what I mean? She's in the closet. What is she? She grabs a coat hanger down and straightens it out and sticks it in his eye to get away. I mean,
I don't remember that. I don't
yeah, that's in the closet when he comes in with that knife and stabbing her. That's how she gets out.
remember.
So, but she's not gonna get. She's not gonna give up. You know what I mean? That's the whole story. She's not like most of that movies. All the girl gets it, and Laurie Strode, and she didn't do drugs, and she didn't have sex. You know, she was the straight up, and she survived. That was kind of the rules they kind of made for them movies. You know, the girl who is going to live if she doesn't have sex and she doesn't do the bad stuff. She's the
Yeah,
one who lives at the end of the movie, and that started with Jamie Lee Curtis, I would think, right? Had to,
yeah,
in 1978. Shoot.
yeah.